Harry Potter series has taken 17 years to write. It's an epic saga of childhood confusion, danger, and adventure. But it's more than just a children's story. Behind the witchcraft and the wizardry lies an intensely moral fable about good and evil, love and hatred, life and death. Your favourite virtue?
Courage.
Most marked characteristic?
I'm a trier.
What are you most afraid of?
Losing someone I love.
Your favourite occupation?
Writing.
Jo's religious belief and her thoughts about love, death and the afterlife were severely tested when her mother was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in 1980. The absence of any meaningful relationship with her father and the long, slow loss of her mother are two of the most important influences on Jo's writing. Anne Rowling died in 1990. She never knew about Harry Potter or the phenomenal success her daughter was about to enjoy.
I'd been writing for 6 months before she died. The weird thing is, the essential plot didn't change after my mother died, but everything deepened and darkened.
Was she the first person you saw dead?
No, because I didn't see her dead, which was in deference to my father's wishes. I wanted to see her, and he didn't want me to see her, and I...
After her mother's death, Jo moved to Portugal to teach English as a foreign language. She married Georges Orantush, a television journalist. Together they had a daughter, Jessica, but the marriage failed after 2 years. Jo succumbed to depression.
We were as skint as you can be without being homeless. In other words, we were existing entirely on benefits. And at that point, I was definitely clinically depressed. And that's just characterised for me by a numbness, a coldness, and an inability to believe that you will feel happy again or that you could feel light-hearted again. It's just all the colour drained out of life, really.
It's January the 11th, 2007, and the end of 17 years of writing.
Some people will loathe it. They'll absolutely loathe it. But the thing is, that's as it should be, because for some people to love it, others must loathe it. That's just in the nature of the plot. Well, I'm actually really, really happy with it. So it's very odd to think that this will be broadcast after loads of people have read it. And people may right now be throwing things at the screen, but I'm really happy with it. I like it.
So far, the Harry Potter series has sold 350 million copies in 65 different languages. The conclusion to the series is about to become the fastest-selling book in history. It's clearly a story with a happy ending. Here she is with her husband, Neil, on a private jet her publisher has hired for them. He's a doctor. They married in 2001 and have 2 children, David and Mackenzie. On July the 20th, 2007, at the Natural History Museum in London, 1,700 people, picked out of a lottery of 90,000 applicants, await JK Rowling's arrival. She's found a kind of closure, both in her work and in her family life. Still want to achieve?
I want to get better.
Do you ever feel you just got lucky?
Having the idea was lucky.
Do you ever feel a fraud?
Less as I get older, but I have done.
What keeps you going?
I'm a born trier.
Why do you still write?
Because I love it and I need it.
How would you like to be remembered?
As someone who did the best she could with the talent she had.